When did you start tracking your financial goals in your business? And do you think it's important to track your numbers?
I was so shit at this to begin with, especially when I was in makeup, because I was taking cash and it was like in that pocket, in that bag, in there, everywhere. So God knows what I was even doing at that point.
Yeah.
But then I got myself an accountant and started to get a little bit more serious when I started to get a team.
Okay.
When I started to get a team, I think that's when I was really got a little bit more in on the numbers. Does it pay for me to have a team? Like, what are they making per month? And they're coming in, so we're going to increase in clients, but where am I going to increase in the business? Like, where's it going to take it to? And setting little goals for them. Then I became obsessed with money and went complete opposite. I was obsessed with saving and like probably a little bit unhealthily obsessed with saving. Every single day, I would go on my bank account probably 8 or 9 times a day.
Really?
And if I had a break, I would move the money. And I would be obsessed to the pound.
Yeah.
Like if there was an odd number, I'd have to move the money.
Wow.
It was very obsessive at the time.
So you went from not managing your numbers at all to just going fucking crazy and managing every single penny in the business. And that's going to blow your mind.
And my mind was blown because then it was like watching it go up was so exciting. But actually,
then you'd have to spend something.
Then you'd have to spend some and you'd be like, what was all that for? So yeah, I got obsessed with saving for a while and then I needed to start doing reinvesting. And reinvesting is actually horrible. When you get to that point, you've got a little safety blanket there, whether it's £1,000 or a couple of £1,000, whatever. And then it's like, okay, I need to buy myself a new LED light, which is £2,500.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, I get that.
But will this enhance my clients' results? Will this make me look more professional?
Yeah.
You know, will this give my company more accreditation, if you like? Will it make me keep up with the industry as it moves? So yeah, begrudgingly, I did start to do things like that and just spend a little bit of money. And then we had to go to like limited companies, and then you sort of spend money. You don't really realise that you're spending your business money, and you've got to pay tax on things. And it was all a little bit like, what do you mean? Why can't I just spend my money?
Yeah, all in one bank account. Everything's in your personal.
Yes. So I split all my bank accounts into their own companies, and the accountant obviously helps me with that as well. And now I manage them weekly. Okay, so it's a little bit more manageable now.
Yeah,
I'm not as obsessed with saving. I am willing to spend my savings now on experiences and not just the business.
Okay,
like booking flights. Love
that. So when you do your weekly check-in for your business, what kind of things are you looking at there?
I'm looking at trends. I'm definitely looking at last year versus this year. I'm always looking at that. I'm looking at product spend, and I'm looking at obviously my individual staff numbers. I'm looking at them as well. I'm looking where we can improve and how much. So for example, if I'm looking at another treatment, let's just say, I'm going to work out the difference between the standard treatment and that treatment. How many treatments of that would we need to do a week to get that? Yeah. I'm going to times that over the month. And if we could do that instead of that, that's going to create that.
So you're really analysing these things.
Analyse it a lot.
And do you feel like now when you're analysing, do you feel like, because you had to overcome this going from not really analysing your numbers to over-analysing your numbers, now do you feel like it's a little bit more fun, like you're a little bit more relaxed about it? I mean, business is business, and sometimes it's like, you will get overwhelmed, don't we? But doing it weekly, does that just work better for you? Do you do monthly as well?
I do weekly and monthly, but you know what I do weekly now is I set myself every single day, every single week, I set myself a target, and the target is really, really low. It's something like £1,000. It's not that I want to earn £1,000, it's that I want to see this, I want to see the increase of £1,000 without after everything that's come out, for example. I mean, it's not, but there's different, I'm just using that as an example. So every week I will write down what I would want to be in my business account per business. And every day I will write that at the top of the sheet and see how close we are to it when I do my morning goals. And I've just found it so much easier. It's breaking it down. It's like, oh my God, I'm like 200 quid off it, for example. I've got 17 clients in today. Like, we're going to smash it.
We're going to get it.
And I'm going to be able to pay wages, and I can buy products, and I can do this. So now I find that I spend more money probably on products because I'm watching my numbers more. So I'm more creative with the treatments, and I'm spending a bit more on products because I'm watching my numbers carefully, and I'm allowed to buy that new cool product because that still would keep me where I wanted to be for that week.
Yeah, I get that. How much time a week would you say you spend working on your business? Because a lot of like beauty and aesthetic and skin business owners, all that kind of stuff, they spend so much time working in the business, seeing the clients. And I know we all have to go through that stage, right? But they spend so much time in the business and they're just doing clients, and then they think answering a few messages is working on the business, but it's not, is it?
No.
Like, to work on the business, it's different. So how much do you spend working working on the business
I work
now?
every Monday and Tuesday on the business.
Okay.
And then I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and some Saturdays in the business.
Do you give yourself like some Saturdays off to get that balance?
I have Saturdays off regularly now,
Okay,
which
good.
the old me would never have done. I started to quickly realise that your clients will move and they will wait for you. Yeah, now I'm so much more free with being able to give myself more time off.
Okay.
And because at the end of the day, like, what are you doing it all for?
Yeah.
You're doing it all for the experiences with your family, right?
Yeah.
You're doing it for the flights. You're doing it for the travel. Like this year, I went traveling in February for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we did Thailand, Maldives, Dubai.
Yeah.
And that was something that I could never, ever, ever imagined myself doing. The younger me, when I was obsessed with the business. I'm now obsessed with seeing progress in the business, but that doesn't mean I'm obsessed with being in the business. I'm obsessed with seeing the progression by using different tactics.
Yeah, I get that.